What's going on? It's yours truly. Just say it with me. They call me Miss TALIAFERRO. How's everybody doing out there? First off, let me just appreciate some really good music real quick. Tory Lanez new project, Chicks Tape 5. Oh my goodness. That boy's got some joints on that project. Again, one of my favorite projects of the year. I don't think I got it over Summer Walker's project just yet, but it's like 1 and 2. Summer's joint, Tory's joint, they like right there, 1 and 2 for my projects of the year right now. Ironically, neither one of those projects are rap albums, which gets into a conversation that Tory had on Ebro in the morning. He dropped off a few interesting quotes that, if you don't mind, yours truly for the next couple of seconds would like to read them to you and get your opinion in the comment box below. And I might even give a little bit of my perspective as well on this one because it's just so interesting. First, let's start with what Tory Lanez said about the rap game right now. Tory said rap has gotten into a repetitive place. There's this one sound that sounds like it's out of an automated box. It's like, let's just go in on it. Put a bunch of auto-tune on it, hood niggas beats, hood niggas songs, and then it's a good to go. Tory Lanez went on to say that Young Thug is a big part of the rap game right now, to the point where he thinks Young Thug is responsible for 75% of the rap style that goes on right now, and I don't think we shed enough light on Thugger for that. He then went on to give Thug credit for his swag, and you know, he commented on Thug's record with Gunna called Hot. And on that record, you hear Thug Flatfoot say they don't give him credit. These dudes be stealing his swag. They get the drip from his guys, is what Thug says. And that Hot record is hard too. But I want to talk about what Tory Lanez said about the rap game and Young Thug. And I want your opinions in the comment box below. This is what we created this platform for me to have a voice, but also for my people to have a voice. Tory says that the rap game has gotten repetitive, and I do think he's right about that, 100%. It definitely feels like rap is just this space that anyone can get in right now. The barrier to entry is at an all-time low, and you got people like me who get torn because part of me is like, yo, I want to see people make money. Like, and rap right now is a great space for black people at the age of 19, 20, 16, 30, 40 to come in and make money and change their living situations. And right now, at this point in my life, I understand the concept of black people needing generational wealth to start to get rid of some of what we got going on in the hoods right now. People are poor, bro. And this thing called rap is helping people out, get out of really bad situations. I understand generational wealth. Black people, we're so behind financially. It's just tough for me to go against something that's giving people so many opportunities. That's why I can never boycott the NFL, because, you know, the NFL's, I mean, you could call that sport a lot of things, but at the end of the day, it's giving black people opportunities to put themselves on, put their people on, their families on. And for that, I know they did Cap wrong, but with that being said, I stick with it. The rap game, I know it's not a lot of talent in it like it used to be, but you kind of deal with it because it's helping our people make it out of bad circumstances. And what Tory said about it being in a repetitive place and everybody trying to copy the sound, yeah. No, back in the day, guys used to try to find their own sound. Like, I think that's like the biggest disappointment with me in the rap game right now. I could literally turn on the radio, and number one, because there's so many rappers, and number two, because everybody sounds the same. Me, somebody who's very vested in the music world, I even find myself asking around like, yo, who is that? Who is that? Like, who rapped that right there? Like, who record is that? Like, you know what I mean? I have to do that. And I know a lot about rap music in regards to, I know a lot of artists because I cover them day in and day out, right? Even I have to catch myself. So yes, people are looking for not the new wave, but what's the wave that's current right now? How can I mimic that formula and get a bag? And again, I ain't mad at it. It just is what it is right now. I think R&B has had the best year by far. I think R&B has been carrying 2019. I think there's been a really down year for rap. Now let's move over to what Tory Lanez said about Young Thug being 75% of the sound today. I think that number's a tad bit too high for me. That's just my opinion. But Thug definitely has a big influence on the rap game right now. And here's the irony in it. I think there are a lot of people pretty much being a poor man's version of Young Thug. Young Thug is supremely talented. I know Young Thug wears all type of clothes, dresses, and all that. But when you get down to the nitty gritty, you have to give Thug credit for, if you really listen to the music, and it don't happen in every song, but when you listen to the bulk of Young Thug's music, you think to yourself, damn, I don't hear nothing like that right now. Like, he'll start something and then it'll get hot. Like, just the different ways he plays with records and how he kind of on records from time to time. Like, just the little things he does with his voice, the production he does, it's just different. And then it gets mimicked. Like, even his artists, like even Gunna, you hear the Young Thug in Gunna, you hear that influence, and his artist, Lil Kid, oh my God, Lil Kid is literally Young Thug and Gunna mixed together. Literally, that's what he is. Not hating another. That's just it. That is what he is. Literally, legit. And you hear the influence from a lot of artists. I wouldn't say 75%, because to the Tory, but there are a lot of people that look at J. Cole as an influence. I hear Kendrick in some of these artists. I hear a lot of Drake influence, a lot of melodic Drake influence, and a lot of other artists. Right? I hear a lot of Wayne influence. Give Wayne a lot of credit. Thug would tell you to this day that Wayne, Thug literally tried to copy Wayne's album. He tried to copy the whole Carter series. He named his stuff the Barter. He flipped the C to the B for the blood and made his own series. Let's be clear. Thug was very influenced by Lil Wayne. So if you're saying Thug is one of the biggest influences, you got to give credit to Wayne. So all I'm saying is I think Tory Lanez is on to something, saying there are people copying Thug, but they're poor man's versions of Young Thug because he's one of a kind. But to kind of agree with Tory Lanez's biggest point, yes, there is a lot of mimicking in the game right now, and yes, it would be nice for me, I listen to mostly down south music. I would like to hear a lot more diversity in the down south music right now. I will admit that my damn self. All over for sure, but definitely down south, it is starting to get repetitive. And a lot of the artists you hear right now, when they catch a big record, we at the point now when we know they can't find a #2 record. You know what that means? A lot of these artists ain't really talented. They just luckily catch one. If you know that an artist ain't got a #2 record, I ain't gonna even put nobody out on blast by name. But there are a lot of artists we know can't find a #2 record. You hear that record, you be like, damn, it's cool that he got a joint. He able to make some money, but you know he can't do this again. Thank y'all so much for the time, love, support. I would love to know y'all opinions on everything we talked about in this video in the comment box below. Look, man, this is just my perspective. Don't hate me. Don't hate the messenger. I'm just Mr. Taliaferro. Also, if you have not done so, make sure you follow yours truly on Instagram. I got a Christmas giveaway coming up, and I'm very excited about it. I'm going to be giving away some of these. I got them in my ear right now. AirPods this Christmas season, going to one or maybe a couple of my lucky FERRO subscribers. You want to be following me on Instagram at itsmrtaliaferro for more details this holiday season. I'm out of breath right now, so I'm going to get on out of here. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids, they tuned in.
We locked in right now,
Mr. Taliaferro.
Taliaferro.
Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr. Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV.